Today, I'm going to see some of the best views in central New Hampshire, and I'm going to do this by hiking to the top of 5 different fire towers. So the New Hampshire Division of Forests and Lands still maintains a total of 15 fire towers in this state, and there are hiking trails to get to them. These fire towers still play a huge role in protecting our forests against wildfires. So the New Hampshire Division of Forests and Lands put together the New Hampshire Fire Lookout Quest program to encourage hikers to visit these fire towers and just recognize and appreciate everything that they do for our communities. So for this Quest program, out of the 15 fire towers, you are required to hike 5 of them. Then you can send in your information and get a patch in return. Now, to hike these 5 fire towers, there's no time limit, but today I'm gonna hike 5 of them in one day to earn my patch. Now, these fire towers are not close together at all, so it's gonna involve a lot of driving, but I love a good challenge, so I'm up for it. Right now, it's about 25 degrees, and I think it's gonna get a high to 45 degrees today, so this is definitely my coldest hike in a while. You'll see some wintry conditions. Let's go. This is the first day of the season that I've had to defrost the ice off of my car, and I'm actually kind of excited to hike in these conditions right now. But since I needed gas, I also obviously needed dunks, so I got my large black iced coffee to get me through this long day. I'm in Concord, New Hampshire, doing my first hike of the day. I'm going up to the Oak Hill Fire Tower. This is also going to be the longest hike of the day. The route I have planned, I think, is about 3.9 miles. But I've been here once before, a few years ago, and it should be a nice little stroll. So I'm excited for this. Here we have the first view of the fire tower, right up there. I've hiked 2 miles in 37 minutes, and here I am at the Oak Hill Fire Tower. I am going to climb up there in a second. Just gonna catch my breath first. Sweating a little bit. It seems pretty tall, but let's go for a climb. This is so nice and sturdy. Like, it's not sketchy climbing up this at all. I like it. Alright, these are some of the views to the south. Over there we can see Mount Monadnock. We got some views over here. I believe that's Mount Kearsarge. We can see Belknap Mountain, which, spoiler alert, is going to be the last hike of the day. And yeah, so we basically got like a 360-degree view here. A couple little obstacles in the way, but this is so gorgeous. It is such a nice day right now. And there's no one up here, which makes it really nice. Except that. Alright, now time to go down. It's always a little tougher doing it this way. It's going to be tough today not to spend a whole bunch of time at each of these places because I have a lot of places to go today and I don't want to run out of time, but this is nice while it lasts. Taking the tower trail down, which seems to be the most direct route. Now, I don't think you can actually go like inside the fire tower, but usually on the top flight of stairs there's a lookout anyways. I didn't try to go in to see if it was locked or not. And I don't even know if there's anyone in there, but I'm not gonna try in this video. I think the top level of the stairs is good enough for me. All right. That was a nice peaceful way to start the morning. A nice 4-mile hike. I still need to drink my coffee. I only took 1 sip, so I still need to wake up and drive to hike number 2 of the day. Alright, I just got to the parking lot for the Blue Job Fire Tower. I have never been here before, so I'm excited to do this little hike. I read on the internet from the tower, you may be able to see the ocean, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that. and I'm looking forward to this. I put the routes to each of these fire towers on my watch, so this one looks like it's going to be 1.21 miles. So for this hike, I'm just going to the fire tower and then coming back down, but there are more trails. You can hike to Little Blue Job Mountain, I believe, which also has a great view, but just for the sake of time today, I'm just going to the fire tower and back 1.2 miles. I like showing the parking lot because that always stresses me out when I go somewhere new. So it's a big parking lot. It's only 10 minutes to get up here, about half a mile. Now let's climb it. It doesn't seem as sturdy as the first one we saw, but it's not shaky or anything. I don't mind climbing up. All right, that's the top. Got a big lookout right here. Not as tall as the first one. Let's see what we can see. I had to guess it would be the ocean in that direction. Here, Sarge again. That was a nice little summit. There are a couple other people up there. There's 0.5 miles to get up to the top. And then you can turn it into a loop and take a trail that's 0.7 miles back down to the parking lot. So that's what I'm doing a little counterclockwise loop. And then from the fire tower, it was half a mile to go to Little Blue Job, which would be cool. Not gonna do that. But yeah, doing a little hike back down now. All the hikes I'm doing today to these fire towers are between 1 and 4 miles. So they're really good for beginner hikers. There's a little kid up there and he was so excited. And these are just an awesome way to see New Hampshire, because once you climb the fire tower, you're above the trees and you can see most of the time 360-degree views. So I'm having a lot of fun today. 2 fire towers down, 3 more to go. Just taking a second to take it in. I just really like being out here. Now I'm back at the trailhead. I can show you what I did. Parking lot, I went up this way to the fire tower and then did this way back down. For most of the way down, I actually chatted with a girl that came up to me and was like, "You look oddly familiar." So I think she follows me on Instagram. But it was nice chatting with her. We talked about all the different hiking lists in New Hampshire and how she wants to do the Appalachian Trail one day. And it's just nice because I figured today it was going to be mostly just me by myself. So it was nice having a little conversation for a few minutes. All right, the next fire tower is another 59 minutes away. Let's go. This is like a class 4 road right now going up to the trailhead for the next fire tower. All right, I just started my hike to the Green Mountain Fire Tower. This is a really pretty trail so far. In total, I think this is like a 3.3 mile hike. Doesn't look too bad. I have never been here before. I wasn't quite sure what the parking situation was going to be like for this hike, but when I drove up that class 4 road or something, I saw a gate on the left and some places to pull off on the right of the road to park. There was one other car when I got there and they were kind of getting out, getting ready to do their hike. So I don't think there's going to be anyone at the top. So we'll see. I see a mountain right in front of me. I don't know if you can see that. I'm probably climbing up there. And this is my first time using the navigation feature on my watch. So I loaded all the hikes into this. And it'll give me all the info for the hike. That's the elevation I'm doing, that's the route. So I know, and then it tells you how much you have left, so 3.1 miles left of the hike. And then all the typical watch stuff like distance, pace, heart rate, all that. So it's cool playing with some of the new features of this watch. This is the Coros Apex Pro. I always get nervous driving up these like old class 4 roads because it's hard to tell the difference sometimes between the road and like people's driveways. And there were a lot of signs that were like no trespassing, like you're on camera, and I get nervous, like I don't want to make a mistake. Especially when it's like your first time going somewhere and you don't really know the area that well. I just hiked into this big clearing. So it's always a little confusing on where to go. I think a benefit of having your route programmed into your watch and using that for navigation is that I'm pretty sure it beeps if you get off of trail, or like will vibrate and let you know. I'm not going to test that out, but when I was watching reviews on YouTube about this watch, that's what people were saying. So that's an awesome feature. I think I'm going to start always putting my routes in my watch and having that on. It sounds safe. So I thought it was past peak foliage season, but I'm pretty sure this is like the prettiest I've seen it. So I'm glad I got out today. Looks like I'm getting close to the top. Here it is. I like how there's picnic tables up here. You can make a day out of it, bring a lunch. There's room to hang out. All right, let's climb this thing. Oh, watch your head. Oh. I get so much skinnier the higher you go up. Oh, it's small up here. It's the entrance to the fire tower. Yeah, there's a lock on it. All right, let's check out this view. This is absolutely gorgeous. This might be my favorite view of the day so far. Look at that. I think the clouds make it so much prettier. It's a little obstructed in that view, but basically a 360-degree view up here. All right, let's see if I can point out any of these mountains. So I'm thinking that is Mount Shaw, which is like the castle in the clouds area. And then this lake, Lake Ossipee, which I think is the lake that I used to go to summer camp on. This is just really pretty. I have tears in my eyes because of the wind and my contacts. I'm not crying because it's beautiful, but I probably could. This is really cool. I'm getting a little chilly, so I'm going to go back down, but this is a small fire tower to kind of like navigate up and down. We'll see what I have for a snack. And I'll just go with the little Cliff Bar. Since this is the summit of my 3rd fire tower, I think I'm halfway done with today. I had a thought when I was climbing up here. So like I said, my last hike today is going to be Belknap Mountain, and the parking lot I want to go to is like past a gate, and I think that gate closes at 6. So I'm not completely sure. We'll see what happens when I get there, but Mount Belknap to me is like the mountain I hike the most, so I'm really familiar. I can hike from a different parking lot. It's just going to be a lot longer, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to have this little snack and then hike back down to my car. See you later, Green Mountain Fire Tower. Back down at the bottom, but this is what the parking situation looks like. There's a gate and then just room for a couple cars over there. I really do think I'm running out of time. I mean, it's 3 o'clock right now. I'm gonna head to Red Hill. I'm not sure how far away, but I'm gonna guess like an hour. So we'll see. I did plan to do this hike right before daylight savings time, so I'd have a little more daylight to do it, but it still might not be enough. There we go, Red Hill Fire Towers, 44 minutes. We are here, Red Hill Fire Tower. We got 1.7 miles to climb. The only car in the parking lot, which I didn't expect that to happen, maybe because it's a little bit later in the day, but pretty sure this is a really popular trail. And it's not even 4 o'clock yet, but it's already like getting dark. Wow, it's the season. Another super beautiful trail right now. Really enjoying tracking it on my watch, telling me exactly how much I have left of the hike. So 3.2 miles. These little benches on the side of the trail. I've never seen such perfect places to sit. Here we are, near the top. You can see the fire tower through the trees. I'm out of breath right now. This might be the tallest hike of the day. So I'm 42 minutes in. Elevation is like 1400 right now. Also getting pretty tired. And now that I think of it, I think I've been up here twice, but I don't know if I've actually climbed up the fire tower before. So let's take a look at the view. Before we even climb up the fire tower, you can already see the view of the lakes region. This is the first one that has a caution sign. All right, this fire tower is pretty great. Oh my goodness. It even tells you what you're looking at, so I don't have to guess. We got a view of Squam Lake right there. We got a view of Lake Winnipesaukee right there. And then we got a view of the Ossipee Mountains over there. Oh, and then I didn't see these. We got a view of the Sandwich Range right there. Wow. This is really cool. 360 view. Absolutely no trees in the way wherever you look. My nose is running. Belknap Mountain. And that is supposed to be my last hike of the day, but it's getting so late. I'm gonna drive towards there and just see what happens because my house is past that direction anyways. I also love this view. Is that Chocorua? It's gotta be, right? All right, now the 1.7 miles back down to the car. Let's go. This is cool to have some of the information about this fire tower. You can pause this and read it. I kind of wish all the fire towers had something like this. So recently I started training for a marathon that I'm running in April. And I'm not much of a runner. I don't do it often, but I did a couple days where I ran like between 3 and 6 miles, and I think I gave myself shin splints. And it's been bothering me a lot the last couple days, and I felt it today, but right now it's really starting to hurt. So I'm almost back at the parking lot after fire tower number 4. And I just made the decision not to do the 5th fire tower of the day. And I'm a little bummed because I've been wanting to do a single day fire tower quest challenge for a really long time, but there's quite a few reasons. My shin is hurting me a lot right now, and it's probably not the safest for me to continue hiking when I don't really need to. Also, I'd probably get to Belknap Mountain right at 6, and that's when they lock the gate. I don't know if they actually lock the gate, but there's signs there that says they do, so I don't want to risk being like trapped on the other side of the gate all night. And also, Chet is bringing home Five Guys after work, and I'm not gonna let my burger get cold. Like, if I'm getting Five Guys, I want it fresh. So for those few reasons, I'm not doing my 5th fire tower. But me hiking Belknap Mountain has been in quite a few of my YouTube videos, so I will link them below in case you want to see what Belknap Mountain is like, so you can kind of still see what the fire tower is without me actually doing it right now. There's a lot of squirrels around here that sound like they're bigger than squirrels. But anyways, I'm gonna go home and look at all of the data from these 4 hikes and kind of give you the stats about it, because I love stats, like the distance, the time, the calories that I've burned on each of these hikes. And I also want to give out superlatives, so like which one had the best view, what was the toughest, what was the easiest. So I want to go over some of those in case you're planning to do any of these hikes yourself, because I highly recommend that. So it's actually the next day, but thanks for joining me on my hike onto 4 out of the 5 fire towers that I had planned for that day. I'm still a little bummed I didn't get to Belknap, but that's okay. I've hiked it dozens of times. So like I said, I have a couple stats and superlatives that I want to share about these 4 fire towers in case you're interested in them, because I highly recommend them if you live in the area or you're taking a trip to New Hampshire and looking for some nice hikes. So I have the distance. Oak Hill was the furthest at 4.01 miles, and Blue Job was the shortest at 1.21 miles. For the elapsed time, how long it took me to do the whole hike, including my break at the top and all the filming I did, Red Hill took the longest at 1 hour and 41 minutes, and Blue Job was the quickest at 38 minutes. Since I wore my watch and tracked all 4 of these hikes, I know exactly how many calories I burned on each one. So Green Mountain burned the most calories at 779, and Blue Job burned the least at 217 calories. Lastly, I have the total elevation gain I hiked on all 4 of these hikes. Red Hill had the most at 1,407 feet of elevation gain, and Blue Job, once again, was the least at 417 feet of elevation gain. Now moving on to the superlatives for each of these hikes. First off, I have the best view, and that was easy. That goes to Red Hill. I feel like it was nestled right in between a lot of cool sites in New Hampshire, so you could see Lake Winnipesaukee and Squam and a couple different mountain ranges and even some of the White Mountains. And the fact that they had signs on all 4 sides of the fire tower showing you exactly what you were looking at was so cool. And next I have the toughest hike, and that goes to Green Mountain. This is based off of a couple things, including calories, but also since I tracked these hikes with Strava, Green Mountain also gave me the most effort given. I'm not sure exactly what stats go into giving you the most effort on a hike, but that one with a close second going to Red Hill. The easiest hike should be no surprise to you. That one goes to Blue Job Fire Tower. It was the shortest, it had the least elevation, it took me the shortest amount of time to hike, and there was a little kid up there having the time of his life, so that one's good for all age groups and ability levels. And next is kind of random, but the best parking situation, because parking is always something that I get nervous about if I'm going to somewhere I've never been before. So the best parking lots were Oak Hill and Blue Job. Red Hill was a good parking lot, but it was a little smaller and a little more rugged to go to. It was like a nice dirt lot up on a hill. And then the worst parking lot goes to Green Mountain because it was almost non-existent. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun going on these hikes and filming it. I've had this fire tower video planned for quite some time, so I'm glad I got it done. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.